Dun Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers, Josh here, and as this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at this week's biggest news stories, some of this week's gaming announcements, and this week's new video game releases. But do me a quick favor, if this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Alright gamers, let's kick off this week in review with a few news stories. Now, the biggest news this week was of course with Xbox. And after a tumultuous, to say the least, last few weeks for Xbox, with rumors swirling of their demise, and the company being, well, quiet, we finally got the response head of Xbox Phil Spencer alluded to in a tweet last week, outlining their vision for the future of Xbox. In an Xbox podcast this week, where they explained, well, they have no plans to stop making consoles. They also explained their strategy of bringing select games to other consoles, including smaller games and games as a service style games, which makes a lot of sense and, well, it isn't new, as games like Minecraft and the Ori games are Microsoft-owned games on other consoles. Also, they did state Starfield and the upcoming Indiana Jones games will continue to be Xbox and PC exclusive. They also reiterated that Game Pass is not going anywhere and will continue on Xbox and PC with first-party games releasing on day one. Now, in PlayStation news, reports coming out of Sony is that PlayStation 5 sales did not meet expectations over this holiday, forcing them to adjust fiscal year projections from a $25 million goal down to $21 million goal. It also sounds like their belief is that console has hit its peak sales and will, going forward, be on a decline. This could get Sony to greenlight the release of the much-rumored PlayStation 5 Pro sooner, but with Sony stating they have no major first-party existing IPs releasing before March of 2025, that may not happen, as I would expect them to want to release Pro alongside a big new game that really showcases the power of the new console. So I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens with that. They could still release the Pro this year, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, Ready Steady Ship received an announcement trailer this week. While the game does offer a single-player mode, the two-player couch co-op is where the game is said to really shine. The game offers complex conveyor belt systems and quirky tools. You will need to work together, communicate, and juggle tasks frantically. The game is coming to the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, as well as Xbox Series systems. Next up, Outbound also received a reveal trailer this week. This indie game allows you to build your own home on wheels and live sustainably off-grid. You will craft workstations, source energy, upgrade, customize, and automate. The game kind of has a laid-back aesthetic, and it looks like kind of a relaxing game that you will continue to go back to over and over while playing other games. Alright gamers, let's finish up this week in review with this week's new video game releases. Now, Mario vs. Donkey Kong is actually releasing, well, it released today. And this is definitely the game we are most excited to get our hands on this week here at Shows World Gaming. The game is out now, exclusively on the Nintendo Switch, and it reignites the rivalry that, well, it originally put Nintendo on the video game map. The game is a puzzle platformer where you have to use switches, platforms, keys, environmental elements, and so forth to collect items and solve puzzles to make it through small layered levels as you thwart Donkey Kong as Mario. Now, Skull and Bones finally released this week after years of delays. The game is available on the PlayStation 5, the PC, as well as Xbox Series systems. In this Ubisoft game, you will start off as a nobody, and the game itself will be an action-adventure pirate game where you will forge your own path as you rise through the ranks on your way to becoming the most fearsome pirate, Kingpin. Now, Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered is out now on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. And it does include the original 3 Tomb Raider games, including the expansions and bonus levels that introduce the world to Lara Croft. The visuals have definitely been cleaned up, and you're able to switch back and forth between the new visuals and the old visuals at any time. Now, I'm interested to see how the games are going to control myself. The original Tomb Raider game, well, the controls were really not that good back in 1996, but from what I've heard, the new modern controls are much better. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on February 16th. The week started with rumors running rampant and, well, out of control, as claims that Microsoft was abandoning the Xbox branding, bringing it into not just Xbox hardware, but also Game Pass began to service online. Then we actually got a response from Xbox and found out that a lot of these reports we were hearing turned out to be, well, completely blown out of proportion. And the week ended with us jumping back into Mario vs. Donkey Kong as we once again take on Mario's original adversary as we attempt to recover all the mini Mario toys. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today gamers. Showed World out.